Hey, welcome to the Novel Thief YouTube channel. My name is Ashley. I run the blog Novel Thief and now a YouTube channel for you guys. So I'm excited to share with you guys today my January wrap-up and my February to-be-read books. So I hope you enjoy seeing all the books that I've read before and the books that I hope to read in the next 2 or 3 weeks of February. The first book that I ended up reading, actually I don't have a copy of it, Audible version of Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I really like the narrator of that book. I find that the way that that specific narrator narrates the book is really well done, and he really encompasses the entire story and just the characters' emotions, and I think that's really important. And I also don't have a copy of The Sky Hunter. I got that from Libby. Libby is a app on your phone or your device or whatever you use. It's kind of like an ebook for libraries, so you can download any ebook you want or audiobook or anything like that. It's such a great option, and you actually have the opportunity to get library books from other places. Let's say you live in a big city and you want to use a library card from another library, you totally can, and then you have dozens of libraries on your frickin' Libby book. So it's pretty cool, in my opinion. I ended up reading this book called Sky Hunter by Mary Lou. It's a story about this federation and this country where it's the only free nation in this fictional world. And there are these warriors who are fighting back to try and save their country. There is a mute girl named Tamlin who has friends of other soldiers and stuff like that. And they end up meeting this rogue man named Red, who they think at first is part of the Federation that are trying to overtake their country, but Tamlin believes that he is someone different, so she tries to get him to know him. One of my favorite parts of the book is definitely the idea that it uses, I don't want to say mind control. It's not mind control. It's something else entirely. I think that it's like being able to read each other's minds, so that's used. And then wings. I'm just going to put the word wings out there, and you'll understand when you read the book. I ended up giving that book 5 stars, and I don't know if I said this before, I probably didn't, but I gave Ready Player One 3.5 stars. I didn't really like it as much as I did the first time I read it, but I think that's with a lot of books. The next book series that I read was, if I can organize this, I'll be having a great day. I read the Mortal Instrument series by Cassandra Clare. I love Cassandra Clare. I mean, Will Herondale, Jace, Wayland, stop it. Stop it. I love Cassandra Clare. I feel like her books are just like the essence of home. I ended up reading the last 4 books in the Mortal Instrument series. I did not read the first 2 because we don't think those books exist. Those books, the characters, the relationships that ensued during that period of time in those books didn't exist. I'm still concerned that she used, might be a spoiler, but she used incense twice. Like, she said, no, I'm not going to stop at 1 time. I'm going to do it twice. So you get why. This is not really a book series. These are 2 standalone books that I ended up reading. One of them was Fable by Adrienne Young. This is a very cool pirate kind of survivor story. So it's a story about this girl named Fable. Wait a minute. I didn't give you the review for the Mortal Instruments. I ended up rating the Mortal Instruments series a 4 out of 5. I like it. I do. It wasn't the same as it was when I first read it, but I think that's my fault because I kind of went in thinking that it was going to be the same, and it really wasn't. This is the story about a survivor girl named Fable who was deserted by her father on an island. She was deserted on an island by her father after her mother died, and her father was basically like, when you get off this island and if you're surviving at this point, come find me and we'll figure things out. I don't know, very weird. Anyway, she ends up getting off the island, meeting a couple new friends. She goes to meet her father, who, you can even tell, this isn't even a spoiler, he's a fucking dick, okay? He's horrible. So she's like, oh god, I don't have any family now. Little does she know the people that she ended up coming to find her father with were her real family. Well, not her real family. Kind of family. Friends, friendly family. Friend family. Friend family. That's what we're going to do. Friend Family. It was a very cute story. I love this book. Definitely rated it like, I think I rated it like a 4.5 or 5 stars on Goodreads. I can't remember. But the second book in the series is coming out. I don't know if it's duology or trilogy, but the next one is called Namesake, and I think I want to say it's April or March. I don't know, but I'm very excited for the second book. Last book that I read in January was To Kill a Kingdom. The last book that I read in January was Kingdom of the Wicked. I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. Kingdom of the Wicked is a witch hunting mystery. Like, it just has so many elements in it. 2 twins, Amelia and Victoria, and one of the twins gets killed, and the other twin goes on a hunt to find out what happened. Because she's a witch, she deals with a little bit of dark magic to try and figure out, you know, who not only killed her sister, but is killing these other witches in the area. So she calls upon the princes, literally from hell, to try and figure out what the fuck's going on, because she thought she saw one of them on top of her dead sister, and she was like freaking out. So she calls them, she ends up meeting someone, and they go on this whole adventure to try and figure out what's happening. This is also a duology, I want to say. It might be a series. And the next one is coming out next year, I want to say. It was absolutely amazing. Very, very good enemies to lover. And, like, I'm not talking like a 2 pages, then they love each other. No. I'm talking like enemies to lover, like, I hate your guts. I'm gonna kill you. 100,000 pages later. Okay, maybe we could be friends. And then the next book, they're like, alright, let's make out. Those were all the books that I ended up reading in January. Now I'm going to show you guys the books that I'm reading in February, even though there's only a couple weeks left. The first book series that I'm reading, we're going to go down a Sarah J. Maas train. The first book series that I'm actually reading is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, obviously, because it's Sarah J. Maas month. And it's also my birthday, and it's Valentine's Day month, so there's a lot of things that are happening. I'm going to read A Court of Thorns and Roses because A Court of Silver Flames is coming out February 16th. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so pumped. I pre-ordered it twice, accidentally, and then I got it as an ebook, accidentally. So now I have 3 copies of the book, so I'm very excited. Mostly because I'm excited to see Nesta, and I didn't hate her as much as a lot of other people did. I just felt like she didn't really get to tell her side of the story, so I'm excited to see what, you know, her point of view is. I'm excited to see someone else's point of view and see if I enjoy it as much as, you know, I did with Feyre and Rise. The next book I'm reading, because we are not done with the Sarah J. Maas train. No, no, no. The next book that I am reading is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. This book is kind of like Dexter. Has anyone here seen Dexter? Because it reminds me of like a mystery detective, kind of a thriller, kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's really cool, and I'm very excited about this book. It's absolutely amazing, and I also think that this Crescent City is going to end up on my top 10 books of all time. But I'm just a slow reader, so I'm only on page 300, and I started it 2.5 weeks ago. Because it's Valentine's Day, I had to throw a love story in there. So I am reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. It is an LGBTQ+ romance between the Prince of England and the POTUS's son. So it's a very cute little gay romance for Valentine's Day. Those are the books that I have read and the books that I plan on reading for the rest of the month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my blog, The Novel Thief. It'll be listed below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to check out more content. I do plan on posting at least once a week. So without further ado, I will see you later. I hope that you had a lot of fun watching this video.